Hi, I'm Skylar Lucero of Lucid Vision Props. I just wanted to go through a cosplay that I just did for FanX Salt Lake Comic Convention. Had a lot of fun. I went as John Marston from Red Dead Redemption. I just want to run real quick through some of the elements of the costume. Not so much a tutorial as a little bit of a showcase with some explanation. But anyway, I'll just dive right in. So the clothing for this was pretty basic. I had a couple of shirts here. These were actually from Target. They're just long sleeve tees. They kind of look like what folks back then wore for underwear. Of course, they were full body, but these kind of give the effect of that. I had a red one and a white one that I swapped out for each day. This is a vest that I got from a thrift store, just kind of an old school. Now, granted, it's not period accurate, but it did the trick. The pants I have, these trousers, they're just these Wrangler, really thick kind of, I guess they're probably polyester, but they kind of have the appearance of an older trouser that you would see. These come in usually brown, black, and gray. I had the gray. Here's just a basic bandana. I picked this one up at Walmart. I would have liked something a little more, a little thicker in fabric and maybe not so much this design. Hold on a sec. Yeah, buddy?
After you're done student one time, could you please make a airplane paper for me?
If you get your chores done, okay? Anyway, so this was one hat I was thinking about using because in the game you can actually have these kind of flat caps. But I went with the more iconic cowboy hat. This was a cheap party hat that I found at a mall, and what I did with it is I added this belt here and these little pieces around to be more like John Marston's hat. I dusted it with some character powder to make it look a little bit dirty, give it a little bit of damage. This is a wig, just black hair, longer hair wig, that when worn with the hat, it actually pretty much does the trick. This is a kind of a bullet belt bandolier type thing that I picked up from a pawn shop, filled it with some fake bullets. I ended up attaching an extra piece of belt because it was too small, but it actually looked pretty good. This is a pocket watch, #1 Dad. Just something I found in a junk drawer one time. Helped enhance the flavor of the costume. These are some boots that I've had for a long time now. I used them for a previous John Marston build, which I will leave a link to that video. This belt, fairly complex build. It started out as a tool belt that I bought from Lowe's, or just a leather belt that you can add stuff to. I built this rig out of cardboard, sandwiched in pleather, that I then stitched together, riveted some parts to it. This knife I built kind of last minute, and the sheath out of a piece of leather that I had. The knife is just made of, hold on buddy, okay, hold on. This knife is made of MDF. It could definitely be better, but I was cramming last minute with that. So, but I had to add it because, well, let's face it, John Marston and Arthur Morgan both carry a hunting knife on their belt. This gun is just a little plastic cap gun that you can get at Walmart. I just kind of gave it a little bit of a paint job so it wasn't bright orange. This little strip here is a piece I got from a pawn shop. I cut it off and attached it to this belt and then just put a bunch of not the greatest, but some fake bullets that I cut up. I'm actually going to remake these with a wooden dowel. It'll actually have bullet tips on it and stuff. It'll be a lot better. This is just a small leather satchel that I have. Now I know the satchel that both Arthur and John wear in the game is one that's strapped on them. Not quite the same here, but this worked fine for me, for my purposes. And this is just a plastic, just a toy holster that I ripped off of its original small belt, and I attached it to this one with some rivets. So it's kind of a Frankenstein piece. This is a belt that I had. I actually put this buckle on it. You can call it an Easter egg because this is in fact Nathan Drake's belt buckle from Uncharted 3. I won it along with some other things in a contest on IGN. It was pretty cool. This is a rifle that I built specifically for this cosplay, based on the 1873 Winchester, a lot better than the one I had in a previous build. So got it. It's just pine wood. You can tell by the grain. Of course, you wouldn't see a real gun made of that. It's a solid piece of wood from butt to the end of the foregrip, if you want to call it that. The barrels are made of PVC pipe. It's just got some little basic pieces of hardware on it. Some screws are there just to enhance it, others are there actually functionally. I added on this little piece with a D-ring and a belt, and we have a sling. So anyway, tell me what you think in the comments, share and like the video, and I will have more things coming. Thanks for watching.